Thank you, President. In your answer, Secretary, you've mentioned the PRC Constitution and the Basic Law, but you have left out the foundation of the Basic Law, which is the Sino-British Joint Declaration. It is a valid and legally binding international treaty registered with the United Nations, setting out the policy, the basic policies of the PRC towards Hong Kong. Now, last week, we heard that the Foreign Ministry of the PRC said, and I quote, that the Sino-British Joint Declaration as a historical document no longer has any practical significance, and it is not at all binding for the Central People's Government's management over Hong Kong, end of quote. Now, as the Secretary, on your first occasion, would you use this opportunity to reaffirm to the Hong Kong people and the international community that the Sino-British Joint Declaration is still a valid and binding international treaty?
郭榮鏗議員，你呢個問題係同主體嘅問題係有啲出入嘅，不過局長你有冇回答
？Thank you, Mr. President. What I would like to, emphasize is that what has been agreed under the Joint Declaration signed between the Chinese government and the British government for the return of Hong Kong to the motherland. Subsequently, all the principles and the systems have been set out in the Basic Law. And since the return of Hong Kong to the motherland, and in the past 20 years, we have been implementing the one country, two systems under the Basic Law. So what has been enshrined in the Joint Declaration has been actually implemented through the implementation of the Basic Law. Thank you, Mr. President.
To my question, I asked whether you would reaffirm the validity and binding nature of the Sino-British Joint Declaration. Thank you.
Mr. President, I think the Joint Declaration is an international treaty. I would like to emphasize that the Joint Declarations, what has been agreed in the Joint Declaration has been implemented through the Basic Law.